Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and we have something crazy for you guys right now that I can't even believe I'm talking about. I mean, it's almost a giveaway, and we're joined by Jason Nelson of Prepper Naturals. We have our website, WAM50.com. A lot of you guys know about it. A lot of you guys may have ordered from it, and right now, the deals we have, there's a reason for it because the company is going out of business. The reason behind the company going out of business is insane. And we want to make it so, of course, it's good for all of you watching. Obviously, survival food is incredibly important, and you can get freeze dried steak, this kind of stuff, over at whambeef.com. If you use code WAM85, WAM85, you'll get 85% off right now on the 10 pack for which is going to be $225. Usually the 10 pack is $1,600, so which is like, I mean, you guys, you can't find this anywhere. And this isn't me just trying to bring home a deal here, because this is non-mRNA food. This is food that's all natural. That's something that we have been promoting for a while, and we're big fans of. And it's, in general, it's just sad that this is going out of business, but it's an opportunity for you guys. We also have WAM50 for 50% off on the fillets and the chicken. So you guys got to get it now. You guys got to go over there and check out whambeef.com. It's in the description. Let's go to Jason Nelson to talk about this. Jason, thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, it's under bad circumstances, but as you were telling me before we started talking, it's best for the people out there to get these deals and be able to have access to these products. So, can you go into what exactly is going on? Why you guys are going under, and why you're giving everyone such a amazing deal on what's remaining?
I didn't realize I would be kind of like giggling about the idea that I'm having a postmortem on my own company, but let's get it right out of the way. I personally feel didn't do anything wrong. As you're well aware, Josh, we had a horrible incident last year where we had taken on partners and they quite literally took our money and ran, emptied our bank accounts, didn't pay all of our affiliates. And, Ben and I, when we started this company, we're 100% combat disabled veterans. We both just retired out of Walter Reed. About 3 years ago, when we started this company, we had a number of goals. One, with the Biden administration pushing mRNA. And by the way, that hasn't gone away. Just because the Biden administration is gone, everybody seems to have let their guard down. And gosh, they're still investing a ton of money in lab-grown meat, aren't they? So we had started this company with that intent, giving people an alternative to survival food, giving them more of something survival food. Hey, why are people making food so poorly that you're going to need to live on when you're at your worst, when you're going to need the most nutrients? Why are they giving you the crummiest food? And so, we're very proud of what we've been able to accomplish. The truth is that turns out legal entanglements take years, and I was not fully abreast of what that would mean. And so as we pulled out of the mess that we were in, paid all of our debts, realized it's kind of impossible to continue to do business. In the end, at any point, they can come in and take control, fire all our employees. It's not how I want to operate. I also consider it a positive that most people right now are not running out to buy survival food, if you will. It says that they themselves feel very positive with Donald Trump being in office. I think people are becoming a bit complacent, but that's, neither here nor there. That said, we have a large inventory of just our original steak, and we thought about it, thought, what's the best way to distribute this out? We need to empty it quickly once we made this decision. We want to close everything down within a month. So we thought, hey, why don't we put together some 10 packs and give people an insane, I mean, you can't even buy cheap beef right now for this price. You're talking about getting prime Texas sirloin, picanha, brisket at what essentially comes down to $3 a pound. And so when you talk about it being shelf stable for 25 years, that's something people can depend on in an emergency, or quite frankly, at this rate, you might as well just break it out and start having a barbecue, because you're able to use this in a way that we wouldn't normally be able to offer. And I'd like to take advantage of that. I want to give it to all the people who've been loyal customers, who have sat here and set aside and been prepared. And I want to give them that opportunity right now to say, hey, this is a huge deal. I can go and get 120 adult-sized portions of prime Texas cattle and just have it set aside, and it's going to cost me $225, including shipping. That's nothing. This is the equivalent of giving it away, but we would rather give it away in this manner. And I feel bad. You had a dental emergency, as you know. You saw this, and I tell your audience I don't mind, but You had an emergency, and so you weren't a part of this original phone call when we announced it. So right now, here I am giving it to your audience, you guys over at Wham Beef. Josh, all of your audience have just been amazing and supported you through this, and we just want to make sure that they have the opportunity. This is a blessing for everyone else. And we'll come back strong in our own way. I know that we will continue to do something to provide peace of mind to the American people. But right now, I think it's just an advantage for people to take and say, hey, kind of my loss, your gain.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, this is a cheat code basically on inflation for people. It's, again, very unfortunate for you guys, and I know you guys will come back swinging even stronger later on down the road, and I'm excited to hear what you guys do next. I mean, lawsuits, yeah, they're not fun. They take forever. Just continuance after continuance, appeal after appeal, it goes forever. But I mean, this is a cheat code essentially on inflation. If people wanted to just break this out, like you mentioned, now and eat the meat, it's like you're getting it for a better price than you're getting meat in Thailand or Cambodia. I mean, it's ridiculous, which is, again, another reason why people should really take this seriously and go and check it out, because you will not, and I'm pretty sure I can promise people 100%, you will never ever get a deal like this again on
No,
freeze-dried meat. I mean,
no,
I can't even imagine a situation. And if you got a deal on other freeze-dried meat that was filled with chemicals and wasn't natural and whatever, perhaps in the future when people finally throw that kind of stuff in the trash, those companies that should have gone under a long time ago will go under. And people like Jason and the work they do and his brother Ben over at Prepper Naturals will be the guys that people will really be looking at for these kinds of products. Maybe, yeah, sure. Let's talk about that potentially in the future. But again, what we're dealing with right now, WAM85, 85% off on a 10 pack for $225. Usually a 10 pack is $1,600. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And again, one more time, WAM50 will give you 50% off on the filet and chicken. And it's only as supplies last, because he is selling all the products that he has right now. And once it's at zero, there's no way to get on this
no.
again, which is why if you're watching this, you should probably go there now and check this out. But again, Jason, I mean, there are some very serious things happening in the world right now, beyond any president's control. I mean, from the farming crisis, there's shortages across the board. There's a potential of war. There's a potential of civil unrest. There's a potential of grid down scenarios, storms, all the different things that could lead to people, well, needing to have stocked up on something. So they're not dependent on Uncle Sam and the grocery food lines and rations. They have something in their pantry or in their garage that they have ready for the future. Why is it so important, even at this point where we're dealing with this, unfortunate situation for you and you having to close your company? Why is it so important for people to take this deal seriously and go and actually stock up?
Josh, there's a reason why when we started this company, it wasn't built on any particular timeline. We didn't think in our mind with this administration, with these people in Russia, with those people in China. It's the world has been on this track, and just because we are able to fight back from time to time doesn't erase the fact that that is what the track we're on. It doesn't change what it is, what they want us to eat, how they want to remove us from being able to even eat animal fats at all. They want us to eat lab grown meat. They want us to eat fake meat. They want us to eat almonds instead. I don't know. I don't even have milk and almond. But anyway, the idea that we could sit here and it has been nonstop. It's not going to stop in the future. I believe we're in a great position right now with Donald Trump being president. I believe that we can depend on government giving the best that they could give in the sense of as much as you would want to. But the reality is that if you're depending on your government for your emergency response, you're already behind the eight ball and you're going to suffer. And I hate that. I hate people not thinking in terms of, hey, do I just even have a week's worth of emergency supplies if I'm cut off? I think back and, we were on the ground in North Carolina when they did the hurricane recovery and providing, gosh, we provided a massive amount of food on the ground. But the idea that there were so many people who, even when they still had their homes, had maybe a week's worth of green beans and cans inside of there. They just aren't prepared. And I don't know why that is. The world is constantly unstable. You never know when you are going to be in the edge of the eye of the storm and having to recover. And if your great plan is you're depending on maybe mommy or daddy government coming, I think that's not exactly the smartest plan. And that's why part of why we started this company. And so right now, again, our loss, everyone else's gain, and that's a good thing. We're very proud of our product, and we want to make sure it gets up in people's hands. I mean, we're going to be happy to donate whatever is left over to shelters and other things like that. But quite frankly, this is as you pointed out, you're never, ever in your life going to have someone offer you this kind of opportunity, ever. It's never going to happen. So take advantage of it. I would.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we see companies like Beyond Meat and stuff like that, and the Bill Gates of the world continue to invest in this stuff, this free the mRNA meat or the GMO meats or the sludges that they put together in the factory, the fake meats, the 3D printed meats, whatever it might be. Beyond Meat is going bankrupt. Yeah, people could say, "Hey, we're waking up." The reality is, in an emergency situation, what do you think the government is going to give the people when there are ration lines? It's not going to be the best meat. It's not going to be the safest, the most natural meats. It might not even be meat. There's a war on meat that continues to rage to this day. And regardless of world leader, in a crisis, emergency orders can come in, and we could be facing, unfortunately, the very stuff that the world doesn't want. It's going bankrupt. The bug foods of the world, the bug milks of the world. Again, you mentioned you don't know how to milk an almond. I don't know how to milk a cockroach, and I don't really want to know. And of course, people are pushing back against it. But alas, in an emergency situation, these things could be in some way forced if you don't have any other recourse in a ration situation. The military has already talked about back under Biden about potentially doing mRNA rations for soldiers in the future. mRNA rations, we're talking about the stuff that a lot of people were rightly avoiding in 2021, 2022, putting in their arms and in their children. And now what? You are going to end up with potentially meat that contains that very substance. I don't think that most people want that. And I think it's, again, one of the many reasons. But again, we have this deal. And even if you aren't scared at all about what's to come, it makes sense to stock up on this because, again, WAM85 for 85% off a 10 pack. You're not going to find a deal like that ever. Jason, thank you so much for everything you do. And again, standing for the people in so many ways as you have throughout your life and continuing even in these problematic times for you, still making sure that you have something for people that helps them in the face of darkness.
Hey, I appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, it's I guess a life calling, and it's never supposed to be easy, right? But hey, I always look at things and believe that they just really truly God's going to make things work out the way they're going to work out. I really can't be more than a stick in the mud in most things. So I've worked hard. I'm proud of the work that we have done. And I'm proud that in the end, I am firmly believe that there are going to be some people out there who are able to take advantage of this, that this is going to be such a blessing for that I'll never see. But I know it. It has to be because this is the way things work, and that's okay. But we appreciate you. Again, we'll be back in some iteration. There's no question in the near future. But for right now, I appreciate that we're able to offer this opportunity to your viewers, to the fans of truth, so that way we can give them something else, one last thing they can hang their hat on that they can count on from us. But we're proud to be able to support that. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. And as you'd mentioned, not only WAM85 to take advantage of that 10-pack, declare our inventory, but anything else that's left over, just you can't do it to double cart a coupon. But if you go back in and use WAM50, if you see any chicken or filet or anything left over, have at it, folks. This is take advantage so that you can be better prepared.
Absolutely. I really appreciate it, Jason. And again, whambeef.com. The link is in the description. I'm going to post this probably 2 times over the next few days to make sure that as many people as possible see this. And again, I really appreciate your work, and we'll be talking again soon in the future, I'm sure. Let's keep in contact. And until next time, everyone, we'll be back with much more. Thank you, Jason.